There's been plenty of post-budget bluster since the Treasurer Joe Hockey outlined Australia's fiscal future last week, much of it coming from state premiers on his own side of politics. But this time, there's more to it than the usual political theatre. And ratings agency Standards and Poor's is watching him with interest. Karen Percy reports.
Budget fighting is not unusual between the Commonwealth and the states and territories, but there's a whole new level of acrimony this year.
You can't take away $80 billion and say, look for efficiencies. It doesn't cut it. We're in a position where that needs to be resolved, and that's why myself and all the other leaders have called for an urgent meeting with the Prime Minister. It's too important not to have that meeting.
And if you're withdrawing funding from national health partnerships, some of which are actually in the middle of an agreement, not at the end of an agreement, in the middle of an agreement, that will have a direct and real impact on the services that we can provide.
What you don't do is come in and tear up agreements and then say, OK, now we've done that, would you like to sit down and talk? Well, no. Put the agreement back and then we'll sit down and talk.
Though he's taken a hit in the polls, the Prime Minister is unmoved.
Fixing the budget is the immediate objective of the Commonwealth Government, but our medium-term objective is to fix the Federation.
It's a big shift in direction that's being touted by the Commonwealth.
And it is a bit of a game. They're saying, well, we don't run any hospitals, we don't run any schools. It's the states. If they want to run these in the way they'd like to, well, then they have to start raising the money, which means essentially they have to support an increase in the base or the level of the GST.
Game or not, there are some potentially serious consequences for the states and territories, particularly when it comes to their credit ratings.
One of the things that we are looking at when we look at state and federal relations is around the predictability of the system as well as the transparency. And certainly if we're starting to see agreements made and then agreements unmade, then that might actually have an impact on how we view predictability.
South Australia and Western Australia are most at risk, according to Standard & Poor's, while New South Wales and Victoria have made changes in recent years designed to help them absorb any shifts. Under the current arrangements, the Commonwealth collects 80% of revenue, while the states and territories are limited in their ability to raise money. And while the changes foreshadowed by the Prime Minister may not be politically popular, there could be an upside.
It would actually support the operating positions of the Australian states. So whatever flexibility that they can achieve, either through their own source revenues or through new taxation sources, is always going to be positive for a state's credit rating.
But infrastructure, a pet project of the Abbott government, could well be what suffers if and when the states and territories are forced to prioritise.